Life has a funny way of testing you right when you think you figured everything out. The year after COVID, my world turned upside down. There I was, 24 years old, living what seemed like a dream. My husband's six-figure salary covered our bills, while my income from political campaigning was pure savings. Then suddenly, the dream cracked. My husband lost his job, and we had 8 months of uncertainty ahead. I should probably tell you about my job. I'm not your typical 9-to-5 worker. I bounce from one political campaign to another, building strategies and managing teams. Think of it like being a circus ringmaster. Except instead of lions and acrobats, I'm juggling candidates and campaign promises. I'd made quite a name for myself, climbing the ladder faster than anyone expected. Then came the breakthrough. I became the youngest campaign manager for a statewide race in 2 decades. Talk about pressure. We lost that election by just 200 votes. But you know what's funny about politics? Sometimes losing the right way can make you a star. Suddenly, my phone wouldn't stop ringing with job offers. The catch? Most wanted me to relocate. And with a new house to my name, that wasn't happening. Then came what seemed like the perfect opportunity. A local campaign. Another shot at being campaign manager. The salary was lower than usual. At least I could keep my house. Little did I know, I was walking into a storm. My new boss? Picture someone who thinks they wrote the manual on how to be a real woman. Natural births. Breastfeeding. She had opinions about everything. When I later couldn't do either, it hit harder than I expected. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The campaign was basically an empty canvas when I arrived. Just the candidate, no team, no nothing. But this was my specialty. I built everything from scratch, calling in favors from every connection I'd made. I signed my contract, added a clever clause about raising my salary if we hit our targets, and got to work. Then life threw 2 curveballs at once. I found out I was pregnant, due right around election week, and got into a serious car accident that left me with a herniated disc. Your pregnancy isn't my problem, she'd later yell at me during a team meeting. But let me back up a bit. Everything was running smoothly at first, despite my personal challenges. Then her husband got deployed to a dangerous zone for a month. The candidate completely checked out. No fundraising, no events, nothing. When he returned, it was like trying to restart a car that had been sitting in the garage too long. That's when the real trouble began. One day she called to compare my salary to her first teaching job 20 years ago. In a completely different world, mind you. I started seeing red flags everywhere. Then came the meltdown during our team meeting. All because I couldn't keep doing physical work with my injured back. But here's where karma stepped in. Just as she tried to corner me with an ultimatum, minimum wage or quit, my husband got a job offer. The look on her face when I calmly gave my notice was priceless. She thought she had me trapped, but sometimes life has other plans. The best part was that she still owed me a month's pay and was legally required to pay my 30-day notice period. Turns out, knowing your contract inside and out can be your best weapon in a fight you never wanted to have. I waited a few hours, then sent her a professional termination letter. Her response? An email claiming she wouldn't pay me with a list of my supposed failures, including not wearing makeup to work every day. I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. I forwarded that email to our team, and what happened next was like watching dominoes fall. Within 5 minutes, everyone quit except the consultant. And as if the universe was watching, my phone rang. A friend offering me my dream job. Like, the perfect timing was everything. Well, this where things again started getting real interesting. I discovered my contract wasn't signed. A rookie mistake that could have cost me everything. But sometimes people's anger becomes their worst enemy. She started firing off emails left and right, trash-talking me to everyone she knew. What she didn't realize was I still had access to the campaign email. Every single message she sent about wanting to keep me on staff but pay me less because I was pregnant. Every attempt to dig up dirt on me. I saw it all. And I think the best part was that when she asked our consultant for proof of my wrongdoing, he asked for a copy of my contract to show his lawyer. And there it was. She sent over a signed copy, basically handing me exactly what I needed. It was like watching someone hand you the key to their safe. I hired a lawyer and stuck to one simple response for every demand she made. Talk to my lawyer. She tried everything. Slander, bullying, even getting mutual friends to pressure me. Nothing worked. Even our consultant, who was my friend, got caught in the crossfire. When he refused to make up lies about me, she fired him too. 2 weeks later, she was back at square one. No team, no money, and definitely no patience. That's when the late-night messages started. By morning, I had 20 texts and 5 missed calls. But the real kicker? She called the police, claiming I'd embezzled campaign funds. The officer's face when I showed him the funds sitting right there in her account was something out of a movie. He even offered to charge her with larceny for withholding my pay. 2 days later, a check arrived in the mail. The irony? My 30-day notice pay was actually $700 more than what she wanted to pay me for working the whole time. Sometimes winning means walking away. She lost her election by 15 points in what should have been a close race. As for me, I left campaigning for good. Sure, the political world taught me a lot, but it also showed me how some people will try to dim your light just because they can't handle its brightness. Justice really has a sense of humor. Thanks for watching.